there was a certain guy there who had an infirmity 38 years. And when Jesus saw him lying there, saw him lie, and knew that he had been now a long time in that case, he says to him, or he asks him, he says to him what? Will you be made whole? What did he ask him?
Will you be made whole?
What did Jesus ask him? Is it your will to be made whole? Not helped. Is it your want to be completely restored? That's his question, right? Here go that certain man. Verse 7, and the impotent man answered him, Sir. So he didn't recognize or respect who he was. He said, Sir. He said, Sir, I have no man. Sir, I have no man. When the water is troubled, to put me into the pool. But while I'm coming, another steps down before me. See, they're sitting at this pool where their understanding was an angel would come down at a certain time and touch the water. You'd see it ripple and this and that. And the first one to get in there would be healed. Did Jesus ask him about all that?
No.
No, Jesus walking by and sees him, right? And what does Jesus say? Well, I know he's been like that a long time. And what did Jesus ask him? I knew he'd been there a long time, Jesus said, right? And so I went to him. I know he's sitting there, been like that a long time, and he's sitting there, where? At that pool. What's everybody at that pool for?
Healing.
For healing, right?
Yes.
To try to be the first one in, right? Like lottery. Right? Yes. And who's touching the water? It's an angel. You with me?
Yes.
But Jesus sees all these people, but he talks to a certain one because he knows he's been like that a long time. And what does he ask him? Do you want this? Do you want to be made whole? What's his answer? I ain't got nobody. I didn't ask you about the angel. I didn't ask you about this pool. I didn't ask you about this crowd. I didn't ask you about any of your expectations. And I sure ain't accepting your excuses. The question was, will you be made whole? Do you want this? And he goes through that whole explanation. I have no man. I don't know if y'all getting this. He's stuck on his thoughts and his ways. I ain't got nobody. Uh-oh. Come on. Every time I try to get down there, let me help you out. If you were Jesus, you would have just left. Don't front. But Jesus doesn't. Jesus says to him, get up. What did he say? I ain't got nobody. What did Jesus say? Rise. What did the man say? I ain't got nobody. Shut up, I won't hear that. Rise. What did Jesus say? Rise. What else did he say? And take up your mess with you. You around here taking up space, making a mess. Get up. Now clean it up and take your butt home. We don't want you around here no more. He says, rise, take up your bed, and what? Beat it, walk, hit the pavement. Right? And immediately the man was made whole and took up his bed and walked. He's about that close to missing it because he's hung on himself. Jesus came up and said, what? You want to be made whole? Well, I ain't got no man. I know you don't know people like that. Jesus must have been having a really good day. He said, we're not even going to entertain this. Get up, rise, take your bed up and go. It ain't worth having a conversation with folk. What's Jesus saying? Look, I gave you one shot. Do you want this? Right? And the man hammering. Strike one. Here's pitch two. Okay, you get up, take up your bed, and walk. He's not going to have a discussion. He's like, he didn't get it the first time. And that's the problem with a lot of people, especially a lot of religious folk. Do you believe God can? Oh, yes. Oh, yes. Well, go ahead and say God will do it for you. Well, I can't do that. Why? Well, because I don't know His will. I don't know. No, His will ain't at stake right here. Yours is. He said, will you be made whole? Ooh, this is so rich, so deep, so multi-layered. And the man, thank God, did he get up? Yeah, second pitch, he barely clipped it, barely got the bat on it. What really first happens is it hit him. Read it, it was made whole immediately. And then he what? Got up, got his bed up, and went. Okay, let's look at this further. Number two, and I hope you get it. Jesus, there could have been a moment of teaching. There could have been a long conversation. Jesus wasn't having it. He said, did I ask you about the pool? Did I ask you about a man? You understand? He could have, no. I take it he was feeling good that day. He said, okay, just give him another shot. Rise, take up your bed and walk. Because he's completely whiffed on the first one. Why? Your personal expectation. He's expecting, well, he must have, maybe he didn't look at Jesus. He's like, I don't even think you could take me down to that water. Because look, this man, this gorgeous man, by the way. Oh, Jesus had to be fine. This gorgeous man, by the way, saying, do you want this? I mean, contrary to what you got to read the word. He wasn't scrawny or nothing. I mean, man, young cat, like, hey, Pops, do you want this? He didn't even come with a, well, tell you what, sonny boy, if you pick me up. No, he went in with his whole personal yada, yada, bing, bang. Nobody won't hear that. You got it? Personal expectations. He is that close to missing his day. See, to make this really land, I was going to paralyze somebody, bring them up here, and dramatize this thing so you could really, you can't walk, you can't, and someone comes to you, you want this, and you're going to pop off with, well, ain't nobody. Yeah. That's why I said you'd roll on. I'd be real tempted to roll on. Like, obviously, you don't want it. I didn't ask you about it. I said, do you want it? I see you can't walk. You want to walk? Well, I ain't got nobody. What did that got to do?